share in their good fortune. And sharing in the good fortune of others generates merit for ourselves. And that merit that's generated, again, it's sort of tricky because we don't keep it. We go, oh, wonderful. I am joyous. I rejoice in the good fortune of others in terms of what they receive. And as rejoicing, merit is generated toward thee. Then you go, oh, I don't want this merit. I give to all sentient beings. So with immeasurable efforts, we engage in that process, generating merit again, which we give away. The last one, which you all know, is equanimity, which really should come first, the equanimitous attitude. So regardless, from the most perceivable lowest of sentient being or life form to the most highest, we look upon them as being endowed with the innate enlightened quality. If all sentient beings are endowed with this innate enlightened quality, then all sentient beings are the manifestations of the enlightened quality, including ourselves. So we should strive to treat each and every sentient being in that respect, to look upon each and every sentient being. Oh, one, there's my mother crossing the street. She is moving so slow, and like great yogi has all her possessions in a handcart. Don't be so quick to move. Be patient and let your mother cross in front of you. Then, not just saying my mother is crossing in front of me. Oh, there's an enlightened being. There's Buddha crossing in front of me, radiating compassionate light and loving kindness for the benefit of all sentient beings. Oh, thank you, kind mother. And then they cross the street in front of me like that. And then you look, and then you drive on. Oh, I was so blessed today. One, I saw my mother. Two, enlightened being. Three, Buddha. Four, I was blessed. So you can practice like this. So I go to the store the other day. People thought, what's he doing? Why is he waving? May all sentient beings be blessed with loving kindness and compassion. And may all sentient beings awaken to their own innate enlightened nature. So I think like this, and then it's really like this dreaming, right? You can dream grumpy, or you can dream happy. It's your choice. That's the beauty of it, isn't it? So anyway, I hope your dreams have been pleasant of last night, and your dreams are pleasant of today. Without our dreams, what type of life do we have? What are your dreams? Dreams to create, dreams to make, dreams to want to travel now, dreams for us, please stay safe. So the dream, I was thinking last night, practicing, the dream of the enlightened mandala. So right now, I want you to imagine, because we are the enlightened mandala. And like, I don't see this morning, where is he? No, maybe no. But the jumper. Oh yeah, jumper. Yeah, hiding in the corner there. The three jewels we forget sometimes. Jewel of Buddha, jewel of Dharma, jewel of Sangha. And each one is the manifestation of the other. So we could say this is the enlightened mandala. The Sangha is the jewel of the enlightened mandala. The Dharma is jewel. Buddha is jewel. Lama is jewel of the enlightened mandala. So we are blessed to be able to continue. I don't know if we're heading into we'll say, our third year of cyber retreat. And then we are able to continue to create the multi-facets of brilliance that emanate from the jewel of the Sangha. Yeah, I say like that. So anyway, this morning, please take a breath in, breathing out, in breath, out breath. Breathe in through the nose and release out through your mouth, through your nose. And allow your body just to settle. So in Tai Chi class, Kung Fu class yesterday morning. So Master Wu, Master Wu is speaking, my alter ego. So Master Wu says, sit like a mountain and be still. Let your mind rest in the sea of tranquility, as though you were floating gently on a small raft or boat with a sail. And your breath is like the breeze or the wind that fills the sail and gently moves it on the waves. Then our awareness, clarity, and vast as the sky. Consciousness, recognized as space where the clouds float by. Rest. And again, breathing out. Perhaps, like Nippon Rinpoche, calm and clear. That in the present moment that you can connect to your innate quality of wakefulness. So as you're resting, and we say this is the prologue to the show. And you have to get on the bus. So I'm really trying to get you on the bus. And then maybe when we get on this bus, we meet a very famous patron of our lineage. So Jema Lingpa, Kun Jema Lingpa. And then right off the bat, as soon as you get on the bus, he says, hey, you guys, I want to tell you something. You know what? He goes, listen very carefully. Homage to the glorious Samantabhadra, Kunduzumpo. Your nature is perfectly and utterly pure, unconfined and unrestricted, unborn, unobscured, and free of all elaborations. The innate primordial mind of enlightenment. It is timeless, an unconditioned and unchanging dimension with all supreme qualities. Beyond samsara, nirvana, and identity, primordial protector, with your 6 special characteristics. To you, I bow. The display of your manifest ground is like the moon's reflection in water. Your magnificence brings the ocean of existence to maturity. Manifest in the dimensions of luminosity, a net of magical illusions. Second Buddha, Padmisambhava, I make this offering to you. Leader of humankind, lion among men and women and beings, king of the Sakya and your heirs. The 6 ornaments, the 2 chariots and so forth, and 2 supreme ones, the sole eye of the world, Santrachista. The 7 tested individuals, the glorious teachers, the all-knowing ones, foundations of the teachings, masters of the 3 levels of discipline. How could I not have faith in you? So Jema Lingpa, even though he's paying homage to Samantabhadra, Doji Sempa, Gerab Doji, Guru Rinpoche, Semkat Chitra, it sounds like, again, Lama, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, but he's paying homage to that as he used the word. He slips it in there, innate. It is the innate quality of the enlightened ones. It is also the innate quality of the unenlightened ones. Namakaze Rinpoche would say the difference is like I'm seeing on the floor now, there's the sunlight and there's a shadow. It is as close as that, the demarcation between the light and the dark. The only difference, again, is the enlightened ones recognize the light, and the unenlightened ones recognize the dark. What do they have in common? They both recognize. So, but the truly enlightened ones recognize the unity of the dark and the light and let go, because both are of the same nature, aren't they? The emptiness of the luminosity and the emptiness of the darkness. Only emptiness. Recognize. Breathe in. Let go into the self-arising, innate, self-existing clarity, or I should say, tranquility and clarity, coexisting without a hair's breadth of separation. And this moment of purity, of wakeful recognition of one's own self-existing consciousness, is of purity of perception, pure perception. And so we engage in the process of cleansing and purifying and restoring Dhamsak. But in essence, it has never been unstored. All is emptiness. But we can't go around acting as though we are some highly realized individual and that the law of cause and effect doesn't pertain to us, because we understand everything is emptiness, nothing matters. Please don't practice this way. So we do recognize. And in that moment of recognition of our own innate quality, our own enlightened quality, let go. So going back to that concept of to dream that we are presently in the enlightened mandala, and we're surrounded by this great yogis and masters and realized beings. If one was in that environment, how would you feel? Can you even imagine how you would feel? Imagine being in an environment where there was a commonality of perceptions, that everyone had the quality in the desire that everyone around would be endowed and blessed with loving kindness and compassion, that they would have harmony and happiness and love and abundance in their life. What would it be like to be in that community of cooperative, creative communication? I'll CC you. You see how we're so conditioned by the sociological symbolization, politicalizations within our society. I have to CC someone, right? So I will see creative collaboration. What would that be like if you were in that community at this very moment? But the moment you constructed it is the moment it existed. Even Jenma Lungpa said, in the moment of looking is the moment of recognition. So as soon as you construct this dreamlike existence, which really isn't, because it is the nature of this very moment, The moment we conceive of that quantum reality arising from infinite possibilities, then it is present. The feeling of it generate. And when the feeling arises, let it radiate. Let go. Is it not the nature of things? The intrinsic emptiness of the enlightened state that knows its own nature. I keep seeing this picture of the Milky Way galaxy with the black hole in the middle. And it is so small, we can even barely see it, like a speck of lint on one's clothing. But the amazing, extraordinary thing, at least to me, is that within the grand cosmos in the multiverse, that these entities ourselves exist with a knowingness and a consciousness of that existence. Perhaps you say to yourself, as I say to myself, however long that may be, appreciate and have gratitude. Be thankful. We have all that we really need, even though it may appear that we don't. But if you believe that you do and feel that you do and act as you do, then you will. At least so goes the theory. Take a breath in, please. Rest into your own innate quality that self arises spontaneously. Primordial ground and spontaneous presence, expressing itself in the unity of great compassion and loving kindness and joyousness and equanimity. From that, your inner knowledge and wisdom arises, so we can truly be a benefit to all sentient beings. I hope that makes some sense this morning. Take a breath in, please. Breathing out. So again, that's just, things are so challenging now, aren't they? Now we get to see, where is our practice? How am I faring? Am I being a support and being kind and considerate of others? So I had to go get the test. No worms. I have no worms. My worm state had been cleared. But what I was struck by is these young people so diligently recording information, going car to car, pleasant, asking how you were doing, and just really quite organized, at least here in the Valley of Oaks. If you say, where's the Valley of Oaks? It's Ogden. I had to do some look. What does that word mean? It is the Valley of Oaks. So in the Valley of Oaks, the Valley of Oaks leads me to the metaphor. The oaks are the enlightened ones that have been firmly rooted in the soil to nourish all. So expand your thinking, open your mind, open your heart, look around and see how we are changing within a changing world, and that to not be at odds, however it may come into being. That it is the nature, I think, in our DNA for survival, is to find ways to adapt. Case in point, probably you have maybe had we can say in the early days, 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago, you may have gone to get tested, and at least that first time, and when they put the swab in my nostril area, they tried to stimulate my brain. I think they succeeded. And it took a couple days in order to get the result back. Now, You get the result in 15 minutes from a little trailer parked in a parking lot. So look how far we've come in a very short period of time in order to begin to shore up the survival of our species, because the human race now is coming to terms with this virus. This is not the first time, and it won't be the last. But I think it does sort of show the tenacity, the cooperation, and the creativeness, even with all the discursiveness that's going on. We still see that there's movement and forward progress that benefits all. How might we be part of that? Other than we can generate positive thoughts into the field of consciousness that may be effect or have an effect on others. So as you go through this day, try not to be argumentative. If you become angry, don't stay angry too long. Those that you see, imagine sitting on top of their head is Chenrezi. And when you smile, that you're giving out all of your loving kindness and compassion, your joyousness, your happiness and your fortune, you'll give away in the form of radiant light. And you'll probably go outside today and maybe you'll stand and look up where you stay and you'll see the sun and the blueness of the sky and the clouds as they go by. Wow, I'm alive. Because there'll come a point when we won't be able to. And you'll miss it. But for you, you're already planning your next entrance, aren't you? Because you have seen many skies and you have seen many moons. And maybe you saw the moon last night, I don't know. Took a picture of the moon. Many moons we have seen and many skies, and perhaps even many universes. We have come and gone and died. But here we are. Shore up your enlightened mind and be prepared, as we have, for the length of the journey, as reading the great bodhisattvas. Do not enter into the totality of enlightenment, whatever that means. They have made a vow. Not until every sentient being is free of samsara will I leave this place of samsara. Yeah. Not until every sentient being has been liberated from the suffering of samsara, we will remain for their benefit. Maybe you think like this, I don't know. If that is the case, then let go of the fear of the transition we call death, and perhaps let go of the fear of the transition we call life. If we have no fear of life and death, oh, then you'll have liberation. We fear life, we hope for life. A hoping of death, constant. Let go. Squeeze between the vice of hope and fear, swinging on a pendulum back and forth. No wonder we're so exhausted. Let go. This is what Jemalingpa is saying. In the moment of looking is the moment of recognition. There may be all of the various learned ones. Where should I look? Who is looking? How do I look? Am I looking in the right? I see you smiling down. Not just down. Just all thinking. Let go. Okay, enough talking. Breathe in. Release. Open our minds. Embrace. Embrace, then let go. And in that moment, hopefully, there is some calm and clear and tranquility. We visualize all of the enlightened ones that have gathered down to our present teachers. Most precious Guru, please think of me. Bestow the blessings that will free and ripen my mind, so that I may realize as quickly as possible for the benefit of all sentient beings. Most precious Guru, please think of me. Bestow the blessings that will free and ripen my mind, so that I may realize as quickly as possible for the benefit of all sentient beings. Most precious Guru, please think of me. Bestow the blessings that will free and ripen my mind, so that I may realize as quickly as possible for the benefit of all sentient beings. Sentient beings are numberless. I vow to liberate them. Delusions are inexhaustible. I vow to transcend them. Dharma gates are boundless. I vow to enter them. Buddha's enlightened way is unsurpassable. I vow to embody it. Sentient beings are infinite. I vow to liberate them. I don't know about you, but I know for me, my delusions are inexhaustible. I vow to transcend them. Dharma gates are boundless. I vow to enter them. Buddha's enlightened way is unsurpassable. I vow to embody it. I like this last one. Please embody the unsurpassable waves at this moment of the Buddhist. Sentient beings are numberless. I vow to liberate them. Delusions are inexhaustible. I vow to transcend them. Dharma gates are boundless. I vow to enter them. Buddha's enlightened way is unsurpassable. I vow to embody it. Yo idea and then you visualize the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Arhats. Zoom nande 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 nrube taje dojo zunga zumbai sange dona gedom babe zo nonma zazo daljo daje zo dromer gambo zarden do 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 jambe garbar gedar badamba Unla Gumba Daji Daba Jen Dubu Daba Sarar Hada Di Senjen Jungye Maglon Rebelda Yeje Jeba Zara Draba Di Senjen Dunde Daji Belde Wa Jeba Gela Chasa Jamba Junur Baden Doji Jen Jenre Tenbon Dumbo Jambeta Sayi Gimbo Dumba Nampa Sa Namga Nembo Bajo Dundun Zung Uber Doji Gaji Dundun Nubo Dara De Namayi Jozen Marnam Daji Baji Do Janjo Zemba Gela Jazalu Renjendo doji jogi na dunzon namo 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 la nenda dundon bundon bari lu nidyo tanzen bundo lu de Renjendo jigi je jajen jen jojo yawa jenje jeje ma Jizo jungo rembe babe we daji nambo yeda jazalo Zamba Jambo Dunjon de Bo Me Don 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 Bo Don 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 Mangage Bondo No Wa Me Me Don Nando Tede Jeje Go Don Dojo Da Don 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 Jeje Baryon Rudo Dojen Gazen Zen Sazon Jede Daji Dode Jidin duwar gula jajalu, adado jenje jawa zumbola, Gidan jawa zemwa dundune, dundun baba zendu jeshedu, Daji dile punzun zumbado, dado jenje jawa zumbala, Once again, we visualize. that we're receiving the blessings, white, red, blue, yellow, opening, cleansing, purifying, activating those resonant energy zones, and that they're oscillating at a frequency of balance, that not easy, tranquil. Each one, focus your head center, balance, throat center, balance, heart center, balance, navel center, balance, and the radiant light flowing out in 10 directions, like that of a star or a sun. And as that light flows out for the benefit of all sentient beings, having the quality constantly, loving kindness and compassion, your merit, your blessings, your happiness, your fortune going out in the form of the light. And then when you breathe in, taking in all the negativity into the heart space, into the empty bindu, empty blue bindu, the moon and the draw in and send out. Practice Tonlin and count the outgoing breath. And even though the time has been brief, perhaps our efforts, our intention is beyond measure. Have no attachment to either. And as you breathe out, the essence of the enlightened qualities and the essence of your own mind have never been separated. Recognize and rest in that unity. And again, breathing out. You visualize Zokshin, Rinpoche, and all of the lineage. Om Gurgen Yuji Nanzan Bema Geza Dongola Dazan Suji Guru Ne Bema Tune Zazura Guru Gando Mambo Gutege Tatsu Dadrugi Jinji Laje Zazu Su Guru Bema Siti Om Gurgen Yuji Nanzan Bema Geza Dongola Zanzen Joji Guru Ne Bema Tune Zazura Guru Gando Mambo Gurgegi Zazu Dadrugi Jinji Laje Zazu Guru Bema Siti Om Gurgen Yuji Nanzan Bema Geza Dongola 자진 조지 구르네 베마주네 자주라 우주면도 만보구 예기 자주 다르게 진지라 제자주 구루 베마 지리 Yemawa jojo joge yenge zangam zo joje jojo gage ramega jojo no joje wa jango go narga zendo doje dore me mama juge gula zo wa de bonga bema joge la zo wa de dejen dore dumbe zangam zo gonjo nyonda nyonde nyonde 예제 견제제와 제배구 도지 제가 내조소소도 나마로 저저 글라조와데 보게 벤마저 내라조와데 내제 데데데 젠가조 도지 저고 저웨 담마자 관라르게 데르게 돈도제 데다마조 다다 돈종게 Nama to begula zuade, bonia bena janela zuade. Zambira zera bebagera dena zuzura, zuzunga rudunga zuzur, dadala manala zuade. Zinlir denge durde doje don, doje rondo dube dorian. Nodudumbe dozugi, gode gudu zube nojeba. Prime ozo shala zoade, seje gande dola de prime ozo rende dozo, oza loje namge najoba, jeme lende shala zoade, dozo gonye bama jenege, dodo dobo gozo, senge nembe menje gonzo, gonzo jembe la zoade. 오르면 저기 영계 보자 아드서 삼계 고제 고게 란찬 고고 고도 존재베 조에 나마 나나 소와데 우리로면 저기 여기 보다도 도저 삼계 고제 고게 란찬 고고 고조 donde 바조에 나메젤라 소와데 Yawa gundu yana nama dadu me jogi bala bujo sana yono yono ne jone doji jenji go bango dozo uma Sarubari breathing and releasing to cleanse, purify, open. Zoom I E U Lele Lele U Langa Gaga Gaga Na Tata Tatanga Tata Tatana Tata Tatana Papa Baba Ma Yawa Wa Shaka Tarasha Ome Danama Hito Brava Hito Tagata Hayo Wata Takensa Yunoroa E Ramene Maha Samana Soha Se Badra Samaya Za Hum Bam Ho Om Ritsa Ramani Bhava Daye Soha Ze Badra Samaya Za Hum Bam Ho Om Badra Hamrita Kundile Hana Hana Om He. So now you visualize the Doji Senpa. Abbiamo a singularity surrounded by, well, not surrounded, but within the body of the main deity of all the peaceful and radical deities. Ranye Nye Honle Uzo Tobe Lama Dan Ditzo Be Gonjen Torie Gabo Donjon Dun Dutse Gario Midzawa Midbe Gungun Dun Genam Gabaza Samaza. Sanye Dodan Zoge Jonam La Janjo Badu Dabi Gamzoji Daji Janjoge Bejonam Ge Jola Benze Zenge Jobajo Sanye Dodan Zoge Jonam La Janjo Badu Dani Gamzoji Daji Janjoge Bejonam Ge Jola Benze Zenge Jobajo Sanye Dodan Zoge Jonam La Janjo Badu Dani Gamzoji Daji Zenzo Gibe Jonam Gijola Benze Zenge Joba Zeza Hum Bambu Zojina Ranga Jemba Do. White trauma if you have. Zumbaja Mahasri Haraga Hum Dine Doji Torwa Urgu. If not, then I do for you. Don't worry. Som so arba suto karba tama surbe suto no to me nende dende rendo je niljen jenge je we nando doma gado doro dombo bonzo zombo dujen ga zo jembo go ma lume pate sapa riva rarba zatsumanza sada na pa je tete bana na cha Namo Savada Tagataba, Imishim Mugube, Savada Tamoga Sapa Ran, Namin Kamazoha. Namo Savada Tagataba, Imishim Mugube, Savada Nogate Sapa Ran, Namin Kamazoha. Namo Savada Tagataba, Imishim Mugube, Savada Sapa Ran, Namin Kamazoha. Good, Donde fate nadie Sombaza Mahazwe Haragavon, Dene Doji Toluar Guru, Se Ramyan, Zakam, Zwarba Zuto, Zarba Dame Zude Zudo, Tume Dende Rendoje, Nedian Jangajer, Nando Tonua, Hondo Doro, Numbo, Bonzo, Zoba, Dajan, Gazo, Jambo, Oma, Oma, Om Sarabutaraga Saraza Sarabutaraga Saraza Sarabutaraga Saraza Om Sabanigene Namo Zabadagataba Yamishimugube Sabadatamute Saparana Miram Goreana Irambaminda Baye Soha Om Sabamingene Namo Zabadagataba Yamishimugube Sababde Saparana Miram Goreana Irambaminda Baye Soha Saba mingene namo zagada dagada baya mijumu be saba the Zaparana ilam gram Gurihana ilam balinda daye so then we need much protection. We put protective tent. We put one of those little cubicles where you go and get the jab. But now our jab is coming from the enlightened ones. Says so you have place protective field around oneself. The Sinjin Chande Joba Dan, the Wagunda, the Waguji, Dunga, Dure, Gunda, the Waguji, Dunga, maybe Damba, Damba, Dan, the Waguji, Nanda. The one in the Zemela, the Waguji, Sinjin Chande Joba Dan, the Wagunda, the Waguji. Donda, the Gege, Gonda, the Waguji, Dunga, maybe Damba, Damba, Dan. Medawa Guji Nidanda Dewa Neze Bemela Damba Guji Sanjay Jawada Dewa Guna Dova Guji Dunada Dovegi Gunda Dova Guji Dune Mebe Damba Dambada Medawa Guji Nidanda Dewa Neze Bemela Damba Guji Yes, Dune Jawada and offer everything. Saji, Hoji, Georgia, Major, Drum, River, Nede, Tambagi, Singers in the middle of Hawaii, Tongan, Mindes, and Adubajo, Inamana, Mandrota, Nida, Daya, Saje, Hoji, Georgia, Major, Drum, River, Nede, Tambagi, Singers in the middle of Hawaii, Tongan, Mindes, and Adubajo, Inamana, Mandrota, Nida, Daya, Saji Boji Georgia made a drum river and the Zambagi, Zangas and the made a Buwayi. Tungun and Nazana to Basho, in a runner, Mandru Maghan, Neda Taya, Om Badrus at the Samaya, Mandobaraya, Badrus at the Genova, Nubua, Sudogaya Nubua, Zubogaya Nubua, Amarada Nubua, Zawaziri, Medraya, Zaraga Muzumet, Zizum Zirum Guru, whom, ha 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 ha, Bhagavan. Saradadagadaba Ramani Muzo Baba Maha Samaya Sadhu. So you have visualized that the Doji Senpai and Yab is in the front of us. So we are like our ordinary selves now. And the intent is to cleanse and to purify self, others, to cleanse and purify all of the realms of samsara. Then as we go through, then Doji Senpa has Kunduzumpo in the heart, surrounded by all the peaceful manifestations and seeds of Ah. And the head is Chum Chak Heraka, which is the wrathful manifestation of the compassionate nature, which also has Ah located in their heart, surrounded by all of the wrathful manifestations of the compassionate nature. So it is telling us that in the body, speech, and mind of Doji Senpa and Vajrapopa is the essence of all of the enlightened qualities and all of its various attributes manifested, both in a peaceful aspect and a peaceful, compassionate aspect, and a wrathful, compassionate aspect. And that each and every one of those entities of enlightened qualities is radiating an emanation of themselves, which is cleansing and purifying all of space and time to become a liberated mandala of enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. So we should keep this constant that we are altering space-time continuum. That's our intent, is to cleanse and purify. It is not just enough to do that. The hardest thing is to come off your seat and be in the enlightened mandala and act as though. Probably before the evening is about, we will engage in what we wish we had, what we should have done, what we can't have, and what we want, and so many illusionary desires, and I like this, I don't like this, and so forth. But maybe when that negativity arises, oh, this is enlightened mandala. When I finish practice, I will step out and look at the mountains and look into the sky and see the sun and go, wow, this is fantastic. I'm seeing myself sitting on the high perched, I'll call it veranda, and outside veranda, Dawala and Master Z, they have this elevated platform. Like I did retreat in Nagigampa on a platform like that. And then also many monks and nuns are living in little places like that with just boards and tin in order to have some type of shelter. So this is how we can constantly engage in practice. Dorje Sempa, please. Now, Dorje Sempa comes in to be ever present. Sabhadra Samaya Sa. Badruzatu Samaya, Manu Padaya, Badruzatu Denova, Desudu Sudokaya Mabua, Subokaya Mabua, Anaratu Mabua, Savasi Mebrea, Zara Mamozu Dome, Sedum Zudum Guru, Bhagavan Zavada, Lumente Bhava Mahazamaya Sadhu, Adum Badruzatu Samaya, Manu Padaya, Badruzatu Denova, Desudu Mabua. Sudokaya Mabua, Subokaya Mabua, Anaratu Mabua, Savasi Mebrea, Zara Mamozu Dome, Sedum Zudum Guru, Bhagavan Sada Badramani Muzavante Bhava Mahazamaya. Badruzatu Samaya Manu Badaya Badruzatu Nino Badidu Mabua Sudokaya Mabua Subokaya Anaradu Mabua Savasi Mebrea Zara Mamozu Dome, Sedum Sedum Guru Sada Badramani Muzavante Bhava Mahazamaya Zatu Badruzatu Samaya Manu Badruzatu Nino Badidu Mabua Sudokaya Mabua Subokaya Mabua Anaradu Mabua Savasi Mebrea Zudume Zedum Zedum Guru Hum Ha Bhagavan Zavada Badramani Muzavante Bhava Mahazama Sadu Adum Badruzatu Samaya Manu Badaya Badruzatu Nino Badidu Mabua Sudokaya Mabua Subokaya Mabua Anaradu Mabua Savasi Mebrea Zara Mamozu Dome, Sedum Zedum Guru Hum Ha Sada Gada Badramani Muzavante Bhava Mahazamaya Sadu Badruzatu Samaya Manu Badaya Badruzatu Nino Mabua Sudokaya Mabua Subokaya Mabua Anaradu Mabua Savasi Mebrea Zara Sedum Zedum Guru Hum Ha Bhagavan Zavada Badramani Bhava Mahazamaya Sadu Badruzatu Samaya Manu Badruzatu Nino Badidu Mabua Sudokaya Mabua Subokaya Mabua May my practice alter and change and create harmony within and throughout all the realms of existence for the benefit of all sentient beings. As though you are the cause, we are the cause that brings about a specific desired effect. Not cause and effect, but cause the effect. What is the effect when we want to cause? Is to create the fabric of the enlightened mandala, or at least balance within the samsaric, which it is, but unrecognized. So as you're reciting Doji Senpa and Kondo Zompo, Jampak Heraka, Peaceful Raffle, they're all radiating the light of purity that cleanses and liberates us from the real three poisons, ignorance and desire and anger. And then I also think, liberate the beings called coronavirus, Delta virus, Omicron virus. But the main virus is our own ignorance. I want to be vaccinated against my ignorance. And maybe at some point, and they probably do, I could get another injection, the injection of enlightenment, the injectment of happiness to be injected with harmony, etc. So practice this way. So as you continue to recite, you again, if you have it subtly, sometimes you look, then look space again. Like the fish jumped out of the water. Oh, there's Dojisapa. All the wrathful, peaceful deities. Oh, they're right there. Just don't try to force. Just let it be easy appearing. Like when I say, don't think about an elephant and stop seeing a banana. Oh, this is Doji Simpa. Then what is happening though? This flood of light is coming. You should feel your heart open. Maybe your heart feels a little closed. Oh, it feels uncomfortable because it's going to be, it's trying to open like one of those stretchy bands, right? And then finally, boom, blows open. Oh, very painful. Good. Sometimes people do long Vajrasattva, they start crying because they're releasing all the suppressed negativity. So we imagine like there's one scrubbing pad by the sink. Like I'm scrubbing using Brillo because I have a hard heart. So I need Brillo. Cleanse your heart and restore your faith, restore your conviction, restore your samya. That's what we're doing. Om a I E U re 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 e o anga kakra anga sada anga da 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 ba 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 ma ya wa la wa sha ga sa sha om ba da 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 ma ya ma no ba da ya ba da 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 no ba de 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 no ba wa do do ga ya ba wa do do ga ya ba wa ana da da ba wa da wa de de ba ya da 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 ma de de ne de 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 do hum ha wa wa da wa da 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 ba da na ne no de de ba wa ma ha sa ma ya Sadua, Umedama, Hedu Parava, Hedu Tagata, Iowa Tutinga, you know, Manema, Namana, Soha, Mumbo, Jene, Nije, Mumaji, Namze, Nane, Galona, Nama, Gumbo, Gazoji, Zova, Doje, Jembe, Doje, Jambo, Doje, ne dhula zula darya ji gunju na zama da hige gi namje namba tamje dhula za zo dhima dan dhruba nidu dhrume zo danje jinje namba se du su. Then to offer the Amrita, to offer the Ratna, offer the Torma, Mandala, and offer the light. Amrita, Gunga Yeje, Nonje, Tubabu, Gonzo, Nanje, Geba, Doma, Tam, Donyo, Yeje, Jamba, Tubabu, Gonzo, Gonde, Nyonde, Ginye, Na, Dune, Rata, Mago, Yeje, Bu, Sodo, Duma, Duma, Buwaze, Junjun, Yege, Donye, Tubabu, ala ala de de ba se do so nam ye da do ta ye zen zen nam ba be zen do de ba ma do zen zen ma do ba zen zen ju me so la zen ba so om ba do za za ma ya ma no ba la ya ba do za do de no ba de do Sudogaya Nagova, Sudogaya Nagova, Anarado Nagova, Zalati, Never Yadu, Zaranama Dudane, Jesan Jeran Guru, Hum, Ha, Ho, Bhagavan, Zara Dada Dada, Zaranani, Mudo Vende, Bhavana, Namaya Datu, Namo Guru Be, Namo Guru Be, Namo Guru Be, Deba Dane Damzegi, Dalden Rondo Chendrena. Dhammapalas. Sum Sri Benza Heraga Ruli Hungyo Humbe Dine Banje Damje Banja Dobe Doje Gonze Zoje Do Damze Jeje Jeme Doje Jen Beje Nange Joge Go Do Go Sre Ram Nyam Sre Om Avazuma Om 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 So 5 minutes, rest your mind. Like a mountain, sit in stillness. Your breath like a gentle breeze moving in and out among the trees, or an open window, or like a doorway breeze. Mind is vast and spacious like the sky, and whatever arises, dwells, and ceases, just like clouds floating by. Rest. And in your eyes, looking neither in nor out, as it said from Jenma Lingpa, like pools of water that reflect the moon. Breathing out as you just bring your hands into the mudra of tranquility. Recognize for a moment, perhaps you recognize, like kids in a Pichet's movie, the brilliant moon that lies within and reflects its light like a radiant sun. Its rays are the essence of loving kindness and compassion, harmony and peace and healing and love for the benefit of all sentient beings. Gyowaji Nuju Doji Samba Duju Ne Dowa Nunu Naneba Inejala Zugin Red Mumbat and Wat and Zon to Bada Dowa Manda Dowa Nitin Red Zin One Dunja Gazo Jebe Gazo Badu Denguji. Zelo mega nega zo jinjo je kango kanjo mando bembo je jebe meje gaga rada ne da jen dundo je don da jen o ondo de nge nge ge lo ge de ni de gam de na de ba yi de be ne jinjo jo ga na jebe de je ge zo de ne meje ga ji Dorem gezo jende jogo je. Zanam je jamba je baye zole nage nage jende jenge je jende bola rubai jele zole jowa jowa jo. Zamba bloda denda damba da kundo zambo dane de je de kunde danda jende jen. Gewa de dande ra do lo. Baden the Megunje don't bada, Gayam Yoa Digi Yoa, the Zumado de Nanduzange Zulajo Bajo, then Bebago, the Beje Beden, the Zinge Guzidin, you like up the bed, no dajo bage, don't know you rain out the Tajo. Utenze Bedenje, don't jump, they do them bed, and as you made them. Zumela made them, Baze de Baze do Zungun Bezunguji. Zenjo zenjo renpo che mage banange guje ge banan bane baye gunle gundu belo zo gazo dai gongwe dundu du goyen dojo me dojo nanda ge baden me gozo dan dan baranda ta shi da le shu so talopa let tayato gate pare sungate bodhisoha tayato pare sungate bodhisoha tayato pare sungate bodhisoha. Let go of what is past. Let go of what may come. Let go of what is happening now. Don't try to figure anything out. And don't try to make anything happen. Relax right now and rest. So these are the simple instructions that Talopa gave in reference to our practice and sitting, but also maybe in how we approach our everydayness. So from time to time, perhaps you will say, relax right now and rest. Where are you resting? In the innate mandala of your own awakened state. Brilliant moon and radiant suns. And the moonlight and the sunlight and the nourishing water allows the flowers to blossom. You are the blossoming flowers. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the time goes so quick, and once again, it is time to take off my cardigan and put my sneakers away and say bye-bye to the trolley, right? you know, not only it's a wonderful neighborhood, it's a wonderful life. May you all have blessings for the rest of this day and all of your life, and share that with everyone you come in contact with. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, until we meet again in the neighborhood. Bye-bye. See you, Lama Sona.
Have a wonderful day.
Wonderful day.
Everyone, thank you, Rinpoche.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Rinpoche, thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
You can count the Long Bodhisattva. How many people? 15. 15
18.
times 1 mala. Okay.